Hey guys, today we're building this Deore M750 rear derailleur. This applies to all the derailleurs from the 750 generation, so the 750, 751, 752, and the 753. And in my case, we have a 750. Some tools you're going to need are an Allen set, a pick, some pliers, and a screwdriver. Alright, now the easy part is done, and let's service the springs. First off, with a bead spring, just grab your 2mm Allen wrench and unscrew this little pin. Alright, once the pin is out, it's just gonna spring out like this. And don't forget to pop off this little seal. Alright, now you want to rotate the clip so when it comes out, it goes through this little passage here. And grab your pick and pull it off the clip. Alright, now you want to get this black tab and pull it towards you. And then the spring will just spring out. Just like that. Don't forget the little seal and the spring. Alright, now the derailleur is fully taken apart and it is time to clean. I like to use some cleaner or degreaser, or in my case we're going to be using an ultrasonic cleaner. And remember, if you have any rusty parts, make sure to clean them first before using a vapor rust or metal rescue. Now you also have this sealed bearing pulley, and you don't want to use any degreaser on that yet. Just brush it off the outside, and I'll show you how to service it in just a moment. Alright, here I am with the ultrasonic cleaner, and all I'm using is some water and dish soap. Alright, so servicing the tension pulley. First, you want to feel, does it feel smooth? So if your pulley does spin very well like mine, there's no sound, you can just leave it alone, or you can go ahead and inspect the seals. Just make sure to clean the outside. Alright, so here's how you take it apart. First, you grab this, there's a metal seal. Go ahead and pop it off. Pops out just like that. Now to service the seal, you want to lift it right here from the inside, a little part, and it just kind of lifts up, and then you can go from the outside and lift it up. There you go. And as you see, our bearings are very good. There's good grease on them, and there's no dirt in there, and that's what you want to check. That's why they're spinning so smooth. So if there is dirt in there and there's no grease, you want to clean it out with some degreaser. Make sure to, if you're cleaning it with brake cleaner or something harsh, make sure to take both seals off so it doesn't degrade those. And now let's put the seal back on. Alright, so make sure you have the lettering up, and you can, best way to press it in is with your fingernail. It kind of pops in, you feel that little ridge going in. You want to see the metal all the way around on this side. You want to see the metal in the middle, so this is how it's supposed to press in. There you go. Grab your second metal seal and slide it on. And then grab the other metal seal, and then you want to kind of push them together and you hear a little click. You want to make sure they both seat in there and it spins nice and smooth like it did before. There you go. That's this pulley all serviced and checked over. Now you can also replace the bearing if your bearing spins bad. I don't know if this is the original one. It says Japan NSK. And the bearing number, which is the most important part, is 60601. I'll have a link to that in the description if I can find one. But yeah, you can also get a replacement BBB pulley with the 11 tooth, like this one, if your teeth are worn. So yeah, I'll put that in the description too. And there you go, that's how you check over your sealed tension pulley. Alright, there we go, everything is nice and cleaned down and ready to be put back together. And now for the assembly, another thing you're going to need is grease. Alright, I'm not sure if you noticed, but the P-knuckle kind of washer thing is actually snapped. This doesn't actually affect the derailleur as much because it's not part of the main body, but still, just letting you know, it's still functional. It's just be mindful of how you turn the B-limit screw, and this is just, it shows how 90s ended, 2000s started, reliability of most components started to go down, and this shows. This stuff is still made in Japan. Quality just went down. People cared about weight more because bikes started getting bigger and more speeds started coming along. Also the cage, it's very rusty, as you can see. I had a lot of these 750 derailleurs, and the cages just tend to rust on these. For some reason the paint adhesion is not as good, so yeah, just be mindful of that. You could repaint it. I'm probably going to repaint this soon after, but yeah. Alright, so start off by greasing up the inside of the P-knuckle. Make sure to get all the surfaces. Then get your spring, and the recessed part, there's a part that's recessed in, and there is a part that is flush. You want to get the part that's flush and put it in the hole. Just like that. Alright, now you want to grab your bolt and go ahead and stick it through and rotate it while you stick it through so the grease applies evenly. Alright, now grab your seal. You want to make sure it's the smaller one. There's a seal that goes deeper, and that is for the B-knuckle. So get your smaller seal, thinner one, and slide it in. Alright, now grab your retaining ring. Okay, so we have this one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't break while we put it in the slot. Alright, there you go. Pop the end of the spring in there, and then you want to get some pliers and rotate this little tab all the way around there. And then after that, we're going to put on the clip. Alright, there we go. The tab is in place, and now grab your clip and put it on. Alright, now you want to grease up the inside of the B-knuckle. Same thing as B-knuckle. Make sure to get everything nice and greased up, all the surfaces. For the cage, you want to see those two holes, and then you get your spring. You want to put the little part that's thinner, you want to put that in one of the holes, and as you see, the left one right here is the tighter one, and the one on the right is the looser one. We're going to go ahead and put it in the tighter one. Alright, now you want to put on your little plastic seal, and you want to find where the hole is and put that other end of the spring in the hole. Alright, once you did find the hole, the derailleur looks something like this, and so now you want to rotate it all the way around and push it down so it touches that. Now you want to screw in your 2mm pin. Alright, so put a little bit of grease on the end, make sure the derailleur is all the way down, flush with the cage, and start screwing it in. And just screw it until it stops. Now with the cage in this position, a lot of 750s, and again I said these derailleurs got lighter, but they also got a little bit weaker. The long cages, the SGS, which is what I have here, tend to bend a little bit, and you want to just check, make sure it's straight. This one looks straight for now. You can use like a vice grip, whatever. Just make sure your cage is straight. Right, now grab your ceramic bushing, and I like to use a little bit of oil on the inside, and grab your other ceramic bushing and put it in. And I like to use a little bit of oil on there too. Alright, now oil up or grease up the inside, and then put your seal on. Make sure it faces outward so it actually catches the dirt, and then go ahead and screw it on the cage. Just remember, you can screw in the bolt from the other side on the 750. This is a huge perk, which I really like about this derailleur. And then also for the tension pulley, pretty straightforward. Just make sure you have the little lettering facing up. See, the other side doesn't have anything. Here, there's also an arrow that shows what direction it needs to go in. Yeah, so make sure both the bolts are tight, and then put on the barrel adjuster and the clamp bolt. There we go. Everything is put together, and now you have a fully rebuilt derailleur. Also, I completely forgot to mention some of these derailleurs have this little boot here. I have this GS one, probably on a downhill bike. So yeah, make sure to clean those too. And that adds another great feature for the 750. Now, if you heard me wrong, I wasn't saying the 750 is a bad derailleur. It's just the 739 is much better. 750 may be ugly and not as strong, but it still performs just as well as you would ever need it to. So remember guys, if you have an older derailleur, don't replace it, just rebuild it. Thanks to everyone who subbed to the channel. Go like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.